Thank you everyone for coming as we celebrate School Counselor Week. Before we begin, I would like to recognize the presence, of course, of our Honorable Governor, Lourdes Leon Guerrero. Thank you for being here, Gov. We also have with us the Chairman of the Guam Education Board, Angel Sablan, the President of the Guam School Counselors Association, Ms. Nadine Cruz, the association's Executive Vice President, Ms. Dana Edwards, and the past president of the association, Ms. Estela Calada. We also have the principal of the F.B. Leon Guerrero Middle School, Melissa Muffness. And I'd like to recognize all the school counselors here from our public schools, both GDOE and the charter schools and private schools as well. Thank you so much for being here. For her remarks, I would like to open the floor with Ms. Nadine Cruz, the president of GASC.
Test. Half a day, everyone. The Honorable Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and the administration, Mr. Angel Sablan, administrators, and other officials of the government and private sectors who are present, the Guam Association of School Counselors Board of Directors, please stand and be recognized. Our Board of Directors. And all school counselors from GDOE, charter, Catholic, private, Dodea schools, please stand and be recognized as well. Welcome, everyone. The National School Counseling Week 2026 School Counselors Amplify Student Success, sponsored by the American School Counselor Association, nationally and GASC locally, celebrated from February 2nd to 6, 2026. It's a time to recognize and honor the essential role school counselors play in shaping and improving each and every student's academic success, social emotional development, and college and career readiness. The theme, School Counselors Amplify Student Success, reminds us that behind every successful student stands a caring, dedicated counselor, amplifying their potential, helping them find their voice, and guiding their journey. School counselors are advocates, mentors, problem solvers, and champions for every student's success. They help students navigate life's challenges, discover their strengths, and develop the skills needed for lifelong learning and fulfillment. At the heart of our work lies the Comprehensive School Counseling Program, a framework that supports students in 3 critical areas. For academic success, school counselors help students set goals, build study skills, and stay engaged in learning. They collaborate with teachers and families to ensure every student has the tools they need to reach their potential. For social emotional development, they create safe spaces where students can express themselves, learn coping strategies, and build resilience in the face of challenges. They promote kindness, inclusion, and empathy within school communities. For college and career readiness, school counselors guide students in exploring career interests, understanding post-secondary options, and building plans to connect education to future goals, whether it's college, vocational training, military service, or entering the workforce. Together, these elements form the foundation of a comprehensive school counseling program that ensures no student falls through the cracks. School counselors collaborate with teachers, administrators, and families to create an environment where every student feels seen, supported, and encouraged to thrive. So, during National School Counseling Week and beyond, let's take a moment to thank our school counselors. Their dedication doesn't just shape individual lives, it shapes the future of our schools, our communities, and our world. To all the school counselors who work tirelessly behind the scenes, thank you for amplifying student success and making a lasting difference every day. Happy National School Counseling Week. Viva school counselors.
Thank you so much, Nadine. Before we read and sign the proclamation, I'd like to invite Governor Lou Leon Guerrero to say a few words. Governor?
Thank you, Phil. Half a day. Welcome. I'm actually very honored this day to sign proclaiming National School Counselors Week, right? February 2nd to February 6th. And I just want to say, really, although it is a week's recognition, I think school counselors need to be recognized every day of their work with the many of our students that rely on you, right? They come to you, they trust you. You've developed a very strong relationship with the students. Sometimes they see you as the only person that they could really be very honest and open and feel very trusted with all of you. And so you do play a very important role in the shaping and the molding of the character of the individual, their attitudes, in enhancing the values that they've learned from their families and their parents. You're sort of an extension of their family. And I know that you are all trained to also look for signs that might be a little bit more distressful for the students, that they may not be able to freely talk to you about it, but because of your skills, because of your training, and because of how you relate to them, you can bring out those distressful situations from a child and help them along. And you have probably made a very impactful meaning to that child. You don't just do academic counseling like Nadine said, emotional, social, emotional also. Very key to the overall well being of that individual. And so you really look at the individual in total, right? You look at their educational needs, you look at their home lives, you look at how they relate to the parents. You really, even probably, you do spiritual guidance also, talk about their faith maybe, and that could be something that also could rely on to help them through some emotional turmoil. You know, kids grow and they go through some very rapid growth, and their hormones go bananas. And you know, you just think of ourselves, right, as we are growing up, and sometimes it's difficult or a challenge for them to understand all the changes that are going on with them, either physically or emotionally. And I'm pretty sure you are very keen to that, and that you help them along with that so they can understand what's going on with themselves. And of course, you're very also focused on how their family life is, because that's very impactful for them. They go home. Is their home safe? Is their home peaceful? Is their home loving, right? How do the parents relate to them? These are all the things that make up for the success of our students, and you all play a very key role in making all that happen. So I have very great respect and admiration for the work that you do, for even sometimes very painful for you guys, right? So I just want to say thank you for all of that. Thank you for stepping up and helping our children, because um, they need the help, and you're there. And that makes them more successful in their careers, in what they want to do. And I was listening when what Nadine was saying, and kids don't just really want to go to college too. There's a lot of kids that want to go through vocational training, and you guys are the ones that kind of steer them to the resources that they may be successful in vocational training. A lot of them just want to get out of high school, and when they graduate and have a job. And there's many resources in our community that can help them along with that. So you're not only resourceful, you're very compassionate, and you're very sensitive to our children. And so I just want to say all those characteristics are very unique to school, to the school counselors. So again, thank you. Although, like I said earlier, we recognize you for a week, but I appreciate you for every day that you do go to work and help our children. Sizus Masi, and I hope you have a better year this year.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Nadine, for really letting. We're live streaming, folks, so I think it's great that the public are really understanding exactly the tremendous positive impact our school counselors have on a child's life. To read the proclamation, I'd like to call on Ms. Edwards, the Executive Vice President of GASC.
Proclamation number 2026-04. A proclamation of the governor proclaiming February 2nd to February 6, 2026 in recognition of National School Counseling Week. Whereas during National School Counseling Week, our island joins the nation to recognize and highlight school counselors and their impact on students by helping them achieve academic success, social emotional learning, and college and career readiness. And whereas this year's theme for National School Counseling Week, School Counselors Amplify Student Success, signifies the crucial role school counselors play in students' academic success, social emotional learning, and post-secondary education and workforce readiness. And whereas school counselors are employed in public, private, charter, and military schools to help students reach their full potential. And whereas school counselors are actively committed to helping students explore their abilities, strengths, interests, and talents as these traits relate to career awareness and development. And whereas school counselors help families focus on ways to further the academic, career, and social emotional development of their children. And whereas school counselors work with teachers and other educators to help students explore their potential and set realistic goals for themselves. And whereas school counselors seek to identify and utilize community resources that can enhance and complement comprehensive school counseling programs and help students become productive members of society. And whereas comprehensive school counseling programs are considered an integral part of the educational process that enables all students to achieve success in school. And whereas the Guam Association of School Counselors' mission is to represent and support the work of school counselors by promoting professionalism and ethical practices and by providing ongoing relevant professional development and advocacy. And whereas in 2018, the Guam Association of School Counselors received the distinction of becoming the first organization in a United States territory to become an affiliate of the National American School Counselor Association. And whereas, as our island celebrates National School Counseling Week, we are reminded of the crucial role school counselors play in each and every child's pathway to success and recognize that the children of Guam are our future. A child's journey towards excellence is a collaborative effort that begins in preparing them to reach their full potential.
Therefore, I, Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Magahagan Guahan, Governor of Guam, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Organic Act of Guam as amended, do hereby proclaim February 2nd to February 6, 2026, in recognition of National School Counseling Week. And together with the Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio Segundo Magalahin Guahan, we have caused the Great Seal of Guam to be affixed in the capital village of Hagåtña on the 16th day of January in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini 2026. Viva, school counselors!
Thank you, Governor. I'd like to invite all our stakeholders up for a group photo. Can we gather behind the governor? And then before we cut the live stream, On behalf of the GASC Board of Directors, I would like to thank Ms. Crystal Nelson, my old Rotaractor buddy from Sylvan Learning Center, for contributing light refreshments in celebration of National School Counselor Week. Please join us when we're done with the photo, and happy National School Counseling Week to all of our counselors island-wide. Also, thank you to Giolina Garola, the Acting School Counselor Coordinator for the Guam Department of Education, for joining us. Thank you so much, Ms. Agarola.